Hello everyone, welcome back to Event Advice by CrowdComms. I'm joined again by Matt Allen, our Managing Director. We're in a slightly different studio today, actually sat down rather than we haven't got the desk.
Do you know why?
Why?
Because the table and chairs were stolen from outside the venue in London.
Oh, they've actually been taken.
They are no longer. So,
I just thought they were on site.
No, so we've got the different background, which we do have, but it different background.
Yep.
Lovely shelves.
There's a lot of awards on those shelves, isn't
Oh, well, that's because of our people.
there? Yes, and that's what we're talking about today. So it's why people matter at events is the discussion topic for this video. It's very important to us, obviously, our people are the be-all and end-all of what we do. Even though we're event technology specialists, it's really the people behind what we do that make it so special compared to what other people do in the industry, we like to think. So let's kick off by talking about why human interaction in events is so important.
You've probably just covered off the most important bit. I think it's that understanding that we develop what we genuinely believe is like industry leading technology.
Yeah.
But we understand that we need to support people in best leveraging that technology and how they can best utilize that. And you do that by listening. So having good people in that listening stage when you're talking about a project, when you're understanding the requirements, understanding those requirements and understanding which elements of the technology are best to be applied to meet those objectives is going to be a critical component of it. So good people that do that. Good people in the development team who are willing to join clients, listen to client feedback, not be egotistical and think, well, we're the innovators here and we're doing, but to be humble enough to understand that experienced people in this industry understand what they need and communicate that to us. And we can listen and actually react to it, be humble, take that guidance and develop a piece of technology, which you do every single day with your team. And then the support people, the people building this technology who are from the industry, understand the pressures of the industry, who understand the pressures that you have when you're building a piece of technology for your event. You've got 20 other things going on, and the technology is just one component of it. And having people at the other end that have empathy with that and understand the pressures of the industry to be able to relieve that kind of burden and take that particular one of those problems away for you to be able to do it. I think a combination of those things there and our ability to do them really well, which we do, is why I think we set ourselves apart as the people in this industry.
Yeah, we really care about the events at the end of the day, don't we? We want every event to be as successful as possible, as if we were running it ourselves.
Part of it is selfish. Like the only reason we have a 97% revenue retention rate, and that's just people coming back. Obviously, accounts grow, and lots of our accounts do grow. We've got twofold growth on all our accounts. The only reason those things happen is because we listen and because we understand how important it is we get it right. So it's selfish. We know that if we care passionately, that we ask the right questions, that we deliver the right service, then we're going to have clients sticking with us, which is what happens. So it is selfish, but we also do have genuine, kind, hardworking people in this team, and it's been at the heart of everything that I've tried to create for the whole time that I've been here and involved in it.
Can we back it up? Can you prove it? Do you have any stories, that testimonials?
Well, it is a combination, isn't there? I mean, you've got data that backs it up. I genuinely think a retention rate, a growth of accounts rate, that's data that proves that we're doing what we say we're going to do and we deliver it and we help people utilize technology. You've got your NPS score, 70%. I'm never delighted by that, but it's
good.
It's good.
It's very, very
70% as an NPS is incredible. We send out that survey to every client. We have huge uptake of people completing it. So it's not targeted. It is a broad spectrum of events that it goes out to, and that's a genuine NPS score. Trustpilot reviews. It's unreal. We're so far ahead of our competitors in terms of those reviews. So we've got those very tangible things that show. And then in terms of, specific examples, there are almost too many. We would have had 5 feedback forms come back today. That would be on our UK channel.
Shall I check?
I hope it's fine. We might have had backtracking. We would have had a number of successful feedbacks today with people commenting, and a lot of the time the comments will be around our people and our support and service.
We've had 4 today.
Oh God, I'm lying. I've told Porkies.
So you got close.
Told Porkies.
But that doesn't mean, we had 3 or 4 the following day. Let's actually go through some. So we've got shout out to Amin, the client saying it went smoother than the proverbial baby's bum.
Oh, blimey.
Tilly and Sarah have an amazing prevention of blindness hybrid event. That one was. I think there's a huge client testimonial going with that as well. I'm just sort of touching on bits. Alex, Jay and Tilly, amazing work with King's Fund, and then JD Marketing, Chloe. So it is a constant stream. We like to celebrate our successes, don't we, internally?
We're not very good at showcasing it externally, but we shout about it to the people involved.
Yeah.
They're the ones who deserve it. I suppose they're the ones that matter.
It is. Making sure that people feel appreciated. It starts in-house, doesn't it? It starts with us. And hopefully that can be projected on site, how important the events are to us, filters down. But it's like every single person is so invested in the projects they're working on. They want it to go absolutely seamlessly.
Yeah. Yeah, it's definitely the thing I'm most proud of is how passionate. It's almost, and look, when you run a business, you talk about project mentality, but that's normally because what you're doing is you're expecting people to work beyond, the norm. That's normally the way. But actually, when we talk about project mentality, it is literally that people have that same belief, the prioritization of beliefs and prioritizing what we really focus on. And everyone in this business is focused on the well-being of the event, the success, the outcome of that event. Everyone cares passionately about that. So, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's not something that we necessarily train people for either, is it? It's more of a culture and an ethos that just runs through everything we do.
Yeah, well, it comes from everyone. You lead it in your development team. Everyone understands the pressures. It's also exposing people to the pressures so that people have empathy. One of the things that we do is, it doesn't matter if you're a developer, you go on site, you work with the client. So it doesn't matter, you're obviously in support. The sales team go out on site. We talked to Kieran earlier on as logistics manager. He's been on site, 50, 100 times.
Yeah.
It's being exposed to the end, what it feels like when you're an organizer and you're sending out a registration form to 10,000 people. What are the delivery rates? How, understanding how pressurized that moment is for someone and having empathy from it only comes from experiencing it. And we do make sure that everyone experiences it, irrespective of their role in the business. Yeah,
it's why we try and send the developers out when they join, try and get people out onto the ground. So we appreciate when we're supporting that software in the middle of an event. We know what it's like on site. We know how pressurized that situation can be. And actually, on that note, we are not naive enough to think that events run smoothly all the time. We are in software. We know that it's a challenge, and we are there to support over 4 million lines of code, over hundreds and hundreds of events happening on each day potentially. So how important is it to react professionally and correctly to when things go wrong? With honesty and integrity being the two key bits, isn't it? Difficult situations happen all the time, and I've always saying to everyone, me and you've worked together for years and known each other a lot longer than that, but if you are honest with people and you operate with integrity, people get it, they understand it, and they might not like it. If you're saying to them, look, we're so incredibly sorry, this has happened, this is what we've done to react to it, your end users won't be experienced, but we apologise that you've wasted half an hour trying to get that particular thing to work. We've solved it. But if you are open about it, if you're honest, if you communicate it effectively, and it's not always easy to do that in software. Sometimes you are working out what problems are, you're fixing it. Sometimes you have to go through a process, and it takes time. I think it's about trying to be prompt, and we've learned and we've reacted and we're getting better and we'll continue to get better. But it starts with just being open and honest and being true to that, I think. Yeah, absolutely. Okay, wonderful. Well, thank you very much for joining us for this episode. If you can, like and subscribe down below and keep an eye out for any future videos that are coming. But for now, thank you very much.